going live, and you can.
I'm dreading it. I'm dreading it.
You're dreading it. It's a good damn thing the Buckeyes won last night.
Oh, so you're in a better mood,
huh?
You're in a better mood.
Oh, I am. I'm
dreading it.
I am raring to go. I'm raring to go. Let's just put it that way.
Ah, yes, it says we're live. Oh, I knew Todd would be first in the queue to see somebody having a great old moan. How you doing, Mason?
Wardy Robe is here. He's been here actually for longer than you have.
But I came as soon as I got the email. I'm looking a bit flushed. I don't know what this is. Must be the lighting.
You are getting a little scruff there. I actually
no, I'm flushed. Flushed. Look.
Flushed. Oh, flushed.
Yeah. That. Yeah.
Yeah, but the recording is going to go down. Although Dan forgot me today.
I saw that. I was going to say, where the heck were you in the show? I didn't even see your thing.
I wasn't, and I was, and I looked. I was like, let me go check my videos, and I had 5 war game videos and only 1 sports sim. But
like, I'm not putting him in my thing. If he's going to do sports, I'm not putting him in my thing.
Exactly.
Although he showed up. He showed up for your other your live stream. He was on.
Oh, I know. He was there when we did the sports live stream. Yeah.
I don't think he could believe it. He was just checking it out himself. You see.
It probably was. But he made a comment like, baseball, something like baseball is over once the Expos left. So,
excuse me, I'm just going to take my jacket. I'm getting a bit warm. Maybe that's why I'm looking a bit flushed.
Now, Steeler fan, he's got to be interested in some sports as well. I mean,
yeah, Steeler fan. He's a sports fan. Yeah.
I know OG has done second season.
You all got this secret dark side.
Hey, as soon as my cricket game gets here from the UK, I'll be playing that.
I think we're going to change the name of the show to, what was it called, Ruff?
2 balls and a bullet.
2 balls and a bullet. Room. 2 balls and a bullet. Room. Yeah, Happy New Year to everyone out there.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody.
2021, it's going to start off with a bang, I'm telling you.
Blimey. Excuse me. Well, we've got 16 people in here already because of your video. And I tell you what, that has had the most hits, the most views of any video you've done in that time period.
Yeah, I posted it yesterday about, what was it, 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon or whatever time it was. And I already have like 300 views on it.
More than that now.
And is it more than that now? Wow.
Yeah, I think it's
I checked, it was like 290 something. And I've gotten about 25 comments, and you know what? Every single one of them has been pro me.
Hey, Chris, you got a good question there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to answer it before it gets over there. Yes, it is the only game it won't work with is the first Skadarian's Blitzkrieg, which is GB1, the first game. All the rest of them they'll work fine for. And they actually tell you how to adjust the game. So yes, I actually have mine, and I don't have it here, but I have it. I got it spiral bound. I had it printed in spiral bound, so that way I can access it a lot easier while I'm playing than trying to flip through the books. It's real easy, folds nice. So yes, do go. That is the most up to, and it'll work with every game except for the first game, and that's because they're all bad done. So.
It's nothing to do with us, is it?
Oh, and Chris, I'll be putting up some OCS videos up. I don't know, sometime in the next couple months. Actually, I'm going to play a few small scenarios. I'm going to use Vassal and do it through Vassal because I found a few small scenarios that I can fit all on one screen, so I'm not scrolling up and down, which annoys me. So if I can find something that I can have large enough that I can fit on one screen, I'm up for that. And they have about 3 or 4 scenarios I can do that with. So I plan on going through some of the OCS games and doing some of the smaller scenarios. So that way I can get more videos out on it so people can see it more. So definitely. Great system. Yes. And I've got, you know what? Let's go ahead and let Jester just go because I feel like
I don't know. Go ahead. Let's just.
We've got that other thing as well, haven't we, that you wanted us to do, make a list of.
Yep, I'm ready to go with that too.
Whatever you want.
Chris.
You know what we can start with? Let's start with the big game from last night. Let's talk about a rant about Dabo Sweeney being a little whiny bitch. All right, let's talk about that for a little while because I've never seen a coach complain so much when he's got the most overrated team in the nation and complaining about other teams. Talk about overrated. Clemson, what a joke. They have a cupcake schedule. They didn't play anybody. They lose because their quarterback's not in there when Ohio State had to go play Alabama with their third-string quarterback, right? Third-string quarterback. Nobody was feeling sorry for us. Nobody's feeling sorry for us. But Dabo Sweeney, oh, my God, we had to play with our backup quarterback, so you got to give us a little bit of slack. No, what we have to do is get rid of you and your crappy Clemson team, and that's what the Buckeyes did last night. They put the beat down on you, and then you're still whining. You're still whining about it. And you know what? Get off the field when your team loses. Nobody wants to talk to losers. Bye-bye, Dabo. Bye-bye.
Oh.
Good. Got it off. Let's. I agree with that.
The rant, I know it's going to be. I've come prepared.
That's just my pre-rant.
I've come prepared. So I don't care what you say. All right?
Yes, I know this is a sports talk radio, but I had to get that off my chest because I figured that would get me ramped up for later on.
Right.
Well, Happy New Year, Tony.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, guys. So we're going to have a good year together.
Yes, we will.
Oh, I say, hold on.
There you go.
That was good. That was clever.
Very clever. So we're going to have a good year together. We're going to talk about it. In fact, one of the things we plan on doing today is talking about, after we went through and did our list last episode on, our favorite games and most disappointing games and everything. I thought, what would be kind of cool is if because I remember Tony was writing down a list of games he wants to play. So we're going to come up with a list of our 10 games that we're going to try and get out this year for you guys. And then at the end of the year, we're going to go back and review this list and find out how many of these games we actually did play and how, our thoughts and feelings about the games. So we're going to do our top 10 lists of games that we plan on playing in 2021. So it should be a lot of fun to talk about that. Anyways, right. New Year's. How was your New Year's, Ruff? Everything good?
Good. Yeah, hectic. I haven't done much stuff, as you know. Excuse me. I think I've mentioned before that I have to do my wargaming in the living room, lounge, whatever you guys call it. And over the Christmas and New Year period, it's been television on, food all over the place, people running up and down. So I haven't done much. I've still got Tokyo Express out, which I'm drastically trying to learn the blooming basic game. And over there, I've got, that's why this is looking a little bit shoddy, because I've taken a couple of books down because I'm making counters. And I'm putting the counters under the books to flatten them while they dry. And that's my craft area as well. So I'm hoping to do some counters because one of the games in my list, I've got to make a few counters for. Okay. I say a few. It's about 690, something like that. So I thought I'd get on with that while the noise was all around. I don't know about you guys. You've got places you can escape to, which is great. Any noise and things. I'm trying to learn a game. I can't do it.
Didn't you say you had a junk room that you needed to get cleaned out?
It's been Christmas and New Year.
So this is the time to do it.
Now it is. From now, because everybody goes, well, I say Mrs. Ruff is not, she's going back to work. That doesn't sound right, does it? Mrs. Ruff. Anyway, she goes back to work tomorrow, but it's, of course, everything's shut. Oh, we do. Lounge. Yeah. It's a Brit thing. Go sit in the lounge. And then, so she'll be having conference calls and whatever. So she'll disappear upstairs and I can actually get on with some stuff, which is good.
Good. Tony, how was your New Year's? All good?
Really good. I just had it with the family. I actually did more. We did like kind of hors d'oeuvres, kind of grazing all night. And then yesterday I made some New York strip steaks for the family and some corn and enjoyed that and just had a nice evening. Just a nice time with the family. My wife had to work both days. She's in the medical field, so they don't get holidays.
Is she busy?
Had to work. Yeah, so she had to work. Today got rid of the Christmas tree and pretty much OD Christmas to the house today. So I still got some outside stuff, but it's kind of crappy and rainy out and it's all wet. So I just turned off the switch so they don't come on tonight. But yeah, no, good. Enjoyed it. Had a great New Year's night last night with the game. You know, huge Buckeyes fan. Have been since I was this big. So
yeah. Good to hear. I hope everyone else out there had a safe and happy New Year. I know things crazy over there in England being locked down with the COVID. Is it things getting better, worse?
It's got bonkers. Bonkers is the word.
Bonkers? Yeah.
Bonkers, yeah.
Yeah, we keep seeing reports on that, and seems like England's 6 weeks ahead of us over in the United States. And
well, they had 3 tiers. Tier 1, 3 tiers of isolation, or 3 tiers of not danger. What's the word? Alerts for each area of the country, and I think level 1 was you can go out and snog people. Level 2 was be a bit careful, and then level 3 was no, can't do anything. That's it. But Boris has given us a level 4, and my area, my town, is in level 4. So I can't do it.
You are stuck at home. Hey, Hex to Hex, how you doing? So you're stuck at home then?
Is that Mike Bertuccelli?
Yes.
Mr. Tank Jules?
Yeah.
Yeah, hi, Mike. Oh, great.
See, I'm still waiting on him to get with me because I did a video on Tank Duels. And Mike was kind enough to come by and say, "Oh man, you fucked this all up."
Sorry, Mike, I didn't mean to.
You messed this all up, dude. If you want, I can come by and show you how to really play. And I'm like, cool. Come on by and show me how to play. We can do it live sometime. I'm still waiting on him to come back and help me out because it's a really cool game. It's a really cool system, and I'm sure I was messing up some stuff, but. Hopefully he'll come back and help us out.
We must play this on Tabletop Simulator because it's a great game for 2 or 3 people.
Yeah, I mean, I played it fine solo with.
Yeah.
I was kind of playing it different. Let's just say I was playing it a little bit different. So,
well, Mike certainly seems to think so.
Yeah.
And. Steeler Fan's got it. Are you sure Steeler Fan isn't English?
I think Steeler Fan. I think he's Scottish. Yeah,
because he's got it straight up there. Look, I'm sitting on my Todd in the lounge watching you guys on the telly, on me telly. So I understood every word.
Wow, that's like
the Todd. The Todd. What is the Todd?
Todd on your Todd on your own.
Oh, okay. You guys do have weird words, but I like it. It's fun. It's more than saying I'm sitting here by myself watching you.
He says, let's play. All right, let's play. We'll set up a time. Email me, idjesterlive@gmail.com. idjesterlive@gmail.com. It's a good thing he doesn't work for DVG or he wouldn't be coming back over to join us yet. It's a good thing he works for GMT because I've got nothing but positive things to say about GMT. But we're going to have a little discussion later.
Yeah.
We do our top 10 list now?
No,
Yeah,
I think you're going to have a discussion later. You're going to just rant, and we're going to sit there and take cover.
And by the way, I'm in total agreement with Jester on this. I agree with him, and I'll spell my
can't
spot.
believe I thought after I posted it, I was actually trying to be nice in my video, right? Because I was still in the oh, it's a new year. We're going to be nice and we're going to be friendly. And I was trying to be as understanding and supportive as I could while also bringing up my points instead of just making it like a 20-minute rant, which is what I would normally do. But I've gotten probably 25 comments from people that were like, yeah, this ain't right. This is BS. You have been more patient. I mean, Blast Pop said you've been a lot more patient than I would have been.
And I must admit, you went through and broke it all down, how it all went. You know, it wasn't just for 20 minutes. So I'm gobsmacked, to be honest.
Well, I think it needs to be brought to people's attention so that you all can make wise decisions out there. But we'll talk about it later. Let's not waste time on it now. Let's talk about our top 10 games. Top 10 games that we are going to try. We're planning to get on the table.
That's the thing, isn't it? This is the top 10 list as of now.
As of now,
stuff comes in, or your mood changes, or whatever. So
that's what it'll be fun in a year to really see how well.
Right. So at the end of the year, we're going to replay this video. We're going to talk about, oh, look how excited you were to play this game, and then you didn't play it. What the hell happened?
I'd like to take notes.
So U.S. went first last time, so this time we're going to give it to the Brit to go first.
Sounds good.
Are we going from the least, number 10, up to number 1? Yeah, okay. I haven't got them all out because I'd have an empty shelf because I don't get a lot of games like you guys. But number 10, if I can, is going to be Next War Vietnam. I'm going to try this.
Well, Mitch will be really happy to hear that he's number 10 on your list.
Yeah, but it's one of those games that's going to take me a year to learn.
He came on our show. He was kind enough to come and talk about his game design and everything, but it's a good damn thing you made him number 10. He'll be really happy about that.
It's going to take me a year to learn it. You know, I'm not the greatest, learner. Anyway, it's on the list. Okay.
All right, we're going to go clockwise. So that means I'm up next.
Yep.
All right. Tank Duel.
You've only said that because Mike's in the chat, and it's number 10.
Proper play of Tank Duel, thanks to designer Mike.
You shill.
So, and I would pronounce his last name, but I'll probably butcher it. Buccelli, I think. So, if he can get on and help me, I will definitely put this on my table, and we'll get it introduced to a lot of people out there, and it's going to sell like hotcakes.
So
I want to watch it.
People see us play it.
Why not have a if Mike's going to come on? He said on the chat there that Vassal is better than Tabletop Simulator. So why not three of us make a complete fool of ourselves in front of the designer of the game?
That might be a possibility. Maybe what we'll do is we'll have a special live stream maybe on a Sunday or something.
Yeah, well,
yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, sounds good.
Oh, Mike's up for it.
Yeah,
Mike's up, let's do it.
Well, it's real. I mean, seriously. I mean, he came on and came on my watched my videos. It's like, willing to help out. Posted a couple comments, and I'm like, cool. Maybe we should do this. So it's always good to actually get the thoughts and information from the designer, because that makes you play the game better. Yeah. All right, Tony, number 10.
Blitzkrieg. World War II in 20 minutes. I just got this one, but that's kind of down on the list because I'm trying to get some of the games that I've had for a while higher up on the list. But yes, this is number 10.
10.
Number 10. Cool.
Okay.
Number 9.
Oh, it would be right up here, wouldn't it? I've got to get this on the table this year. World at War, because there's new Kickstarters coming out, and I've got to get it, get this on the table just because it weighs a ton. Have you got this, Jester? No, Tony, it's not. You've got this. It weighs a ton.
I'm kind of curious to see if we have some overlap, because I'll tell you what, that's on my list too.
Ah, right, okay.
I want to see where you get. Wait till you see where it's at. But yes, it's on my list.
As you say, this list is arbitrary. I might tomorrow think, no, I'm going to play World at War. So it's just how it is.
Yeah, and then you can just check it off. I did it.
Yeah. So yeah.
Number 9 for you. All right, number 9 for me is D-Day Quad by Decision Games. Well, where the hell? By Decision Games. Deluxe Edition. I like the folio games. I actually got this out and played like a little baby scenario of it.
All that.
It's not very complicated game. It's very counter light. I mean, like literally, you're talking maybe 50 counters. The map actually, if I stretch everything out on my table wide enough, it'll actually fit on my table. So I'm hoping to get D-Day Quad. Like, I don't mean like just one of the baby scenarios, because they have like each section has its own scenario. I want to put them all together and do
right,
like the big scenario. I'm not talking about like a little scenario. So I'd like to do that. I mean, this is one of these games I was waiting on the reprint. I finally get it, and my goal. I have 2 goals for 2021. Right, my goal for 2021. One of my goals is to make everyone aware of the issue we're going to talk about later. But my second thing is to actually, because I'm one of these hoarder guys like you guys, I get things and then it just sits on my shelf. So my goal for 2021 is to get these games that I have not done anything with and at least try to make sure that I can get them on the table.
Yep, sounds good.
That is my number 9 is D-Day Quad.
Lead Magnet wants to know where Wing Leader is going to fall on your list, Jester.
That's number 1.
Higher than 80. The problem is we'll get into that. I'm not going to go into that. My number 9 is VCS Salerno. I've had this for a long time, and I really wanted to play it. So that's my number 9. It's a different system. It doesn't look too confusing or too hard, but yes, that's my number 9.
Go. Let's come back to me.
Yep.
It is.
Right.
Crikey
indeedy. It's going to have to be, because I'm dying to try this as well. No question. GTS system, Grand Tactical System from MMP. It's supposed to be a goodie to get you into the system. It doesn't use all the rules and everything, but it's a good way to get into the system. I understand. It's a single map, and yes, no question of surrender. The battle for Bir Hakeim.
Excellent. That is actually on my list as well.
See,
yeah, on my list as well.
Great minds.
Great minds think alike. All right, my number 8 is the Warriors of God by MMP. I did a learn through series on this where I've gone through the rule book, talking about it and looking at the rules. It doesn't seem like a very too complex game, and it's something that looks pretty manageable. And hopefully, we can get that on the table and get the Brits, kick them back to England, and tell them to leave us alone once in a while. Where's your gun?
This one's for Ruff.
Go on then. Oh yeah, good. That's supposed to be really good.
Yeah, it's the Banned in Argentina edition. I had to get that just because that's funny. So,
of course, yeah.
This is Thatcher's War, the Falklands of 1982. So, quick story: I had my game sitting out here. My wife walks in. She's like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And I told her about the list, and she was like, "Oh, the Falklands, Mrs. Thatcher's War. I know about that because she's been watching The Crown." And so she's like, "I know that's when they were trying to take over the islands in Argentina." I'm like, "Wow, I was impressed." So there we go, Mrs. Thatcher's War.
I know one of the actors in that.
Your turn, Ruff.
Oh, sorry. Up in the same part. I've got two of them. I've got to play one. And this is supposed to be the most sort of fine-tuned one of the Battlefield 3.
I liked it a lot. Definitely it was fun.
That or Tarawa, I'm not sure yet. But who knows? I may even get Omaha Beach. I know you weren't overly keen on it, Jester, but it may well turn up on my doorstep just for the sake of completeness. But at the moment, everybody's saying, including Tony, that this is supposed to be the best of the trio.
I'll tell you what, I had enough fun with that one that I'm not going to get the other two.
Ah, right.
So if I need that itch scratched, I'm just going to go with that one because I was, it worked. It was really good. I had a lot of fun. So
again, I'm looking forward to it. Dida Pelilu.
Yeah, I think it's just a lot of work. Just a lot of work for a solitaire game.
I'll find out.
I mean, it might be right up your alley. For me, it's just.
I know. You were saying cards and turning over counters and all that sort of thing. But I've got
number 7, right?
Yeah, just saying to Mike.
So I've got 2 games in the series, so maybe I should try to play one of them. Last 100 Yards by GMT. I got the Airborne Over Europe expansion. I've been meaning, I'm a tactical guy. I love my tactical wargaming, and this is one of those games. People talk so good about it, but it's got that different mechanic, and I'm just not sure if I'm going to like it. So I always, I just put it aside thinking I'll wait for a better time. But I got 2 of them, and I've got the other one pre-ordered. So pretty soon I'm going to have 3 of the series. So gosh darn it, I better just get one of them on the table and find out before I keep buying these games and find out I don't like them or if I do like them.
I've got it on P500 because of you and Hethwell going on about it. So, sorry, while I've got the floor, Mike said Pelilu, he likes Pelilu. Well, I've got, not Pelilu, Tarawa. I've got that. And I think, was it Maddie Dog? He said, Ruff, I hope you're not colorblind. I am, but I have looked at the dots because it's a mounted board and the colors are a little more sort of obvious than the paper map. So I'm hoping, if not, I'll just get my pen out. I don't care.
It's your game.
It's my game, yeah. Yeah, everybody raves about Last 100 Yards. That's why I've got it on P500.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, off you go, Tony.
That was my number 7.
It's my number 7. Enemy at the Gates. OCS. I don't know if I'll get to the big, gigantic campaign because it's 4 maps. But definitely going to do several of the smaller scenarios on Vassal.
What year is that? That's an early one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's number 2, actually, yes.
Ah, yeah. 96 or 90.
88. No, not 88.
I was going to say that's
It does not say.
Doesn't say on the front. Copyright, Dewberry, what's names?
Oh, 94. Yep, 94. Yep.
Was that a pretty penny? Did that cost you a pretty penny?
I think it did.
Yeah, it does go, doesn't it? But yeah, we are. But yeah, good one.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, like I said, I'm going to do several of the smaller scenarios to start off with, and then build into
Yeah.
it. There's a couple of the OCS games I could have pulled out, but that was the one I wanted to. I've been researching, and I actually printed off the module specific rules and everything. So, yep.
Again, because of you and Hex to Hex and Kev all raving about it, I'm on the lookout, is all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. I will tell you that one I have to make some counters for it because they said it was complete, but it's missing like 5 or 6 counters.
I hate that. I had to get Jester to print me out some or make me out some counters for a game I got off the internet, and thank you very much for that. Yeah, it's annoying when that happens. It's complete, yeah.
Yeah, I think I paid a good amount, but not like crazy amounts for it.
Yeah.
And so
I think what's happening is the guy that sells you that. If you want all the game, then you have to purchase another bit of counters and have them send them to you and pay for the shipping on that. I think
they'll send it to you free, but you have to pay the shipping. All right.
Yeah.
I'm not getting
That's what's going on.
Let me get me number 6. Is that right? Is it number 6?
yes, number 6.
I don't think Hethwell's here. Oh, he's here.
Yeah, Hethwell's here.
That's coming on the table now. I can do a 2 mapper. So that's good. Flying colours. Looking forward to that.
Well, this one is one of these games that I really like it. I have never played it. And thanks to Tony, I'm going to get to play it this year because this is one of those games I wouldn't probably sit down and try to figure out. But because Tony stepped up to the plate.
Yes.
SPQR.
Oh, yeah.
SPQR, there is a ton of scenarios. It's just learning the system.
Yeah.
And if somebody can teach you the system, you're so much better off than trying to figure out yourself.
Well, Tony's done that for us.
Yeah, I think I made a comment that I wish somebody would have made a differences on there. I was on BGG. They do have a difference. Somebody made a chart between that, Alexander, and the Caesar conquest of Gaul. Yep. That's the main ones though. But it goes through and lists exactly what's different in each one. So what the differences are. So it's pretty good. I keep having a problem with the rally rule though. That's my biggest thing. I'm going to have to film another turn because I screwed up the rally rule. I actually helped the Romans out. Actually helped the Romans out on that one. Okay, my number 6. Unconditional surrender.
P500.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like the second printing, I think, because second printing because I P500 it because it just, I don't know, it looks so awesome. Do you want to buy the hard-mounted boards for it, though? I'm starting to realize if I have the hard-mounted boards, they video so much better because you don't have to have the reflective frequency. Yep.
They're on order.
Surrender.
Nice one.
This should be our motto for 2021. Hethwell puts it precisely. Plan to buy less and play more because we all have tons. We don't need any more.
Well,
I have
it doesn't work like that, though, does it?
All right, Ruff, you're up, my friend.
Right, okay.
Number 5 now, right?
Yep. Again, I've got 4 of these on the shelf, and I've got to play one. So I'm going to be playing Lock and Load Tactical. Probably this one, but it's going to be one of them anyway, because I've got the new 5.1 rules, hard copy. I know you can get them on PDF and all that sort of thing. So Yep, that's going to be hopefully on the table in the future. Heroes.
Oh, just so you guys know, I'm going to be posting this list on the Tack Up War Room.
Oh, good.
So I'm writing all of them down, and we'll be so that way we can have it.
Right. Oh dear.
that way, Ruff, you don't forget. Well, I don't remember saying that.
I do say that a lot. I haven't got a very good memory, so yeah.
I'm still trying to remember why we keep Ruff around. I mean, this is all his
British accent brings up the class.
I could talk a bit posh if you wish.
And
I think what happened was, when it was just me and Ruff in the beginning, and he was doing all this stuff, he was stepping up to the plate. Then we got Tony on board, and then I think he pushed all of his duties onto Tony, and he's been just skating along.
That's me. Hiding behind the cupboard.
We learned how to skate along from our students, if I remember, if I can vouch for Ruff on that one. Our students teach us how to just skate by.
Yeah. Keep 1 page ahead. That's all we need to do. Yep.
Number 5.
Yeah, go on then.
No question.
Question of surrender.
Oh, no way. Guess what? Guess what my number 5 is?
What's your number 5? Oh, look at that. Back-to-back copies and no question of surrender. So OCS or GTS, sorry, Grand Tactical Series.
So that'll be fun. We'll do that.
It's a beast, and I've watched videos. I've seen people play it. It doesn't seem that complicated. I'm going to start with something small and manageable, and we'll see how it goes. Maybe what we can do, Tony, since you want to do it, is we can do a scenario. You play one side, I'll play the other side.
We can do that. We can set it up on Vassal and do it that way. Definitely. I'm up for that.
I'll get my coat. All right.
Are you still here? I'm sorry. I do that with you too, I guess. I mean,
I said a rude word there. Buddy cheek. Right.
Okay, number 4.
Oh, yeah, it's print and play.
It's Carrier, right?
Yeah. This is my dodgy copy of Carrier. I've got the map, I've got the handouts, and that's what I'm doing over here is the counters. I'm not sure if it's legal, but the thing is, I'm not going to be selling it. It's my own copy for my own personal use. I just happen to have a video camera on at the same time. So, who owns it now? What's that?
I think Compass. Was it Compass?
No. The big toy company, game company.
Hasbro.
Hasbro owns it, yeah. But they've not brought it out.
Oh, because that was Avalon Hill, wasn't it, originally?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah, because Avalon Hasbro bought out that, so, yeah.
I know Compass are bringing out a different version of it, set in a different part of the Pacific, I understand. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. But this is me, the map and everything. So I'm looking forward to that.
Number 4 is going to be Men of Iron.
Yeah, good. It's a good game.
So I'm hoping to watch and learn from Rough Swordsman.
You won't learn from me.
I'm going to try to play a good scenario, or, learn it and play a good scenario. Something the Frenchies are going to beat the British at, and
don't think there's many of them.
Wow. But it looks like a fun system, and Rolf, you've been talking.
You'll enjoy that.
You seem like you really, really enjoy it, and I think, well, if a simpleton like Rough Swordsman can understand and play it, then anybody can.
So I have to put up with chat. Terrible. But there you go. Good job I love these guys. Otherwise, I'll go all huffy. Come on in, Tony. What you got?
Picket Duty.
I want that.
This is the 2nd edition. Somebody said the 1st edition had some issues. So
yeah,
So, yeah, it looks really fun. I'm really, you know, get it to the table. So,
Good. Right. Well, it's a good job I didn't pick it as well. You both do SPQR, but I wanted to try
Cataphract.
Because they say, and I don't know how true it is, that it's a good one to start with because there's a lot of small scenarios in it, small battles, and it's also got the other game. I'm not sure if I'm going to play that or one of these. I'm not sure yet, but yeah, I want to try the GBOH system as well. So I can't wait.
If I remember right, there's not much difference between SPQR and that one.
Right. Okay. So I'm looking forward to that.
Number 3, Jester.
I'm even dreading to put this on my list.
Why?
I'm debating about it
because it's a DVG game.
This is going to be one of these.
What's wrong with the games? They're brilliant games.
This is going to be one of these games that's going to go from my table back to the chair. Where's the chair? There's the chair.
Has it got little wooden bits in it?
Back to my table, back to the chair, and it's going to fall apart just like my coin games. But I am going to try because this is one of my. I've played the first third of this game about 10 times. I've never gotten past like the first third of it.
Oh, yeah, you like that, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah, it was either going to be this or Illusions of Glory, but I think this is more user friendly, I guess. I mean,
are you going to be using Stuka Joe's solo?
No. I mean, I've got my own idea how I'm going to do the AI, but no, I won't be using the Stuka Joe system. So, I mean, that's one of these games that's going to be like it's a month process. So
that's all little blocks and things, isn't it?
No.
There's counters.
Yeah, it's hex and counter.
Oh, should be all right then.
No, that's not hex and counters. It's point to point.
Well, I know what he meant. It's counters. Yeah, counters. Yeah.
But
Steeler fan wants to play Field Commander Rommel, but he didn't learn much from Ralph for my video. You know, where he's asking if my video is better.
No, he's just worse than mine. And that's saying something.
No, all right, Jody, what's your number 3, man?
Comancheria.
Oh,
Joe
I have just finished listening to the audiobook. It's called The Summer Moon, and it's all about the Comanche and how they moved and stuff. So I have played Navajo Wars. I really enjoyed it. I've heard this is better than Navajo Wars, and so my hope is that if it's really better, that I'm really going to enjoy this one. And this is by Joel Toppin too. So if you guys know him, he's got a great channel, does a lot of good things. But yeah, definitely Comancheria.
Right.
It's either that or Navajo Wars, but I've already played Navajo Wars once, and so I wanted to make sure I've got this. I haven't played it yet. I want to get it. Most of these games I have not played yet. So.
Okay.
Top 2 left.
I love this system, and I haven't played it for a yonks, but I'm going to try and get this up.
Oh, Stalin's Triumph.
But Nations at War. Yeah. Very, I can understand it. That's all that needs to be said. It's great to play. I've also got the solo deck with it if I wish to do it that way as well. So, yeah. Looking forward to that. Stalin's Triumph.
Great system, fun to play. I find it better than World at War, and a lot of people love World at War, but
it's not as complex.
Yeah.
Having said that, they're supposed to have 2 other modules out in this series, but they're putting them on hold because I think they're revamping the rules to make them more in line with World at War 85. So there's only 3 out at the moment. And you've got the one I want, the desert heat thing. But yeah, this one, it's got a few issues with its scenario module book. Some errors. You're going, no, it's not in the. I can't find that counter. So there is a list on BGG which I've got to rectify that. So I shall be well away with that. My number 2.
My number 2.
Yeah.
So it's one of these games. Tony has, Ruff has it, I have it. We all have plenty of it. And it always gets put to the back because something else comes up.
All right. Hold on. Let me put this back. There we go.
So I've decided somebody's got to step up between the three of us and play it because it's a really good game, really good system. Not a lot of people play it. So we need to get it out and play it more.
Oh, yeah. You're a brave man.
So there is a lot of scenarios. There's a lot of different modules. I'm not sure if it'll be Fall of France or if it'll be, I've got Africa in here. I've got 5 boxes of them over here. So I'm not sure which one it is. It was just easiest for me to grab this box.
Good on you.
But, hopefully I'll inspire you guys to get it out. And I know Tony just got a brand new copy of a game from Avalanche Press. So good game, good system. I think, I'm gonna come up with a way to video it where I'm not doing it live and kind of doing it as like a recap maybe every 3 turns or so, and just say, oh, this is what happened between turns 9 to 12, and then
some people, those videos. When I did my ATS videos that way, people loved them because sometimes they don't want to hear your thoughts of what happened or what you're going to do. And then you don't have that pressure either of trying to make a decision quickly. You can step away, come back, and look if you really wanted to.
Yeah, and because they've got like 30, 40, 50 turns, you've got to do it that way. Yeah, I love it. That and Nations at War, my favorite Second World War.
Trying to make it manageable. People can come in and watch, just a couple overview, turns 1 to 3, turns 4 to 6, turns 9 to 12, just a couple minutes on each, one of those.
Yeah,
do another video with the next grouping of turns. So I mean that's what I'm planning, maybe to make it manageable and more interesting for people, because I did the live stream on the Panzer Grenadier a while back.
And that's what made me get into it.
1.5, and I'm like, man, it's been like an hour and a half, and nobody's going to want to come back and watch, a turn in an hour and a half.
But that's what got me into it. That video, those live videos.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
the only problem was the sound was off.
Yeah.
Problems with the internet and all that at that time, weren't you? So, but hey,
Number 2, Jody.
You got me into it.
Number 2, Jody.
You've been asking for this.
Gandhi.
Oh, coin.
Yep. So I have one game where the Brits kind of won, and then one game where the Brits definitely lost. So
very cool.
It'll be interesting to see it. That's one I don't own. I've been debating whether or not to get that one, so it's going to be interesting to see how it plays.
And it's my number 2, so hopefully I get it to the table sooner rather than later. And maybe I may be doing a vassal of it because the board is so big. As much as I would rather not, but I may be doing a vassal with for the I don't know if the solo deck cards are on the vassal. I'll have to take a look at that. If not, then I'll just have a webcam set up so you guys can see that. And now I'm gonna have to take all these games and put them back away.
That's why I got them out as I was doing it. See?
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, my shelf would be empty. I haven't got tons of games like you guys. So, number
1.
It's on the table at the moment.
Well, that's cheating.
No, that's mine.
That's on the table. That's cheating.
He hasn't recorded it yet,
I
though.
haven't recorded it yet. No,
He could just be like, "I don't get this," and put it away.
it could be. It could be. But that's
I have done that with a game, by the way. I just could not get it. I did not understand it. I read the rules, I watched videos, and it made no sense to me.
yeah. Well, it might. I'm going to do the basic game if I can get that off first, and then if it's people like it and it's popular, then I'll grind through and learn the standard game, which is 64 pages. But then I know there's bigger rule books, but I like the look of it. I'm going a bit Pacific-y in my old age.
I see that.
Yeah,
You
a bit naval as well. Going a bit naval, floaty things. Yeah, weird.
Mm.
I've got Sixth Fleet as well, and I've got War Galley turning up.
You got what?
GBOH War Galley.
Oh,
Very hard to get hold of, and I've got a copy of it. So I'm going bonkers with the old floaty things. Right,
all
sorry.
right, well, this might come as a shock to everyone, but my number one game is going to be
Tiger
Nothing wrong with the game.
not Tiger Leader.
Oh, you git.
Don't even.
I'm writing it down.
Don't even.
I'm holding it down.
Put that down.
My
Make it
number
right.
one.
Nothing
Seriously,
wrong with the game.
my number one.
Oh, nice.
You got
Fire-
the expansion, haven't you?
Got the AI bot system came out for this. I know that's why I was trying to get Tony to play Gandhi and check it out. So they got the new bot system for it. Hopefully, it'll make it manageable and doable. I think it will. I'm hoping it will. But Fire in the Lake is going to be my number one.
I'll tell you what, once you really have memorized how the actions are, once you see the actions, you're like, oh, okay, that's good. So, I think that's, that was one thing that once you memorize how the action works, then they work out. Okay. Oh, it's up to me for the last one.
Yeah, number one. Wow.
I've played one scenario of this, and I absolutely loved it. It was so much fun. I kind of want to use the AI, cards.
Yeah,
for
I've got that. Well, that's the one for Nations at War, isn't it? So
yeah, the same one. Yep, same one works. So I kind of want to do that. I have a couple honorable mentions, but this is definitely. I'm surprised I don't have it on the table right now, but I just cleared off all my desks from all the Christmas crap that was on it for storing. So
yeah,
honestly, these games move quick. They're not that long, and I'll probably do more of a recap than a playthrough, just because, yeah. But there's much more coming out on Kickstarter, and I will definitely be giving Lock and Load my money. For sure.
Same here. I'm afraid for both the tactical and the
both of them. Nations at War, and that one. I'm not a big on the tactical, but each their own. I already have enough tactical.
Yeah, you're ATS, aren't you? So
I'm putting my investment in my ATS, which is a mile long. That's on my list, but I already know I'm playing that, so that's not.
Yeah, that's a given, right?
Yeah.
So that guys, if you're just joining us, that is our list of 10 games we hope to get on the table this year, 2021, and kind of in order. And then we're gonna look back in December and check and see how well we did. Tony's going to keep track of our list for us. He's going to post it on our Tack Up Wargaming site. If you're not a member, you're not going to keep up on this, and you won't know, and you'll miss out on all the cool videos and talk that we have on our Tack Up Wargaming Facebook channel. I will share my screen so you guys can see it one last time here. Come on, squeeze over.
Just saying, I'm looking forward to Mike's Wolf Pack as well. That's on P500, so I can't wait for that. Better be good, Mike.
No pressure, though. No pressure. But it better be good.
Shack Up Wargaming on Facebook. And if you want to join, just send us an invite, and we, kind of update people. We post everyone's videos. We have discussions. We, just have a good time talking wargaming and stuff. So if you're interested in joining up in our little group, come on over, and hopefully we'll see you there. Just come on over, and we have a good time talking about things. Talk about what we're going to talk about in our episodes coming up, and just wargaming stuff in general. And
yeah,
there was a wall that was right over here of all my games. They're all not there anymore. So
I just set all my games out, so my Wi-Fi, my mouse was like being all jerky because of the big wall of games. I have to move some of the games. So yeah. So these are the games that obviously we currently own. It's hard to say, there's plenty on the P500 and stuff that we'll probably get in the meantime.
I've got a Kickstarter coming that will definitely get to the table. I just don't have it yet, but I will have it Monday or Tuesday.
What are you going to tell us, or are you going to make us wait for an unboxing?
Well, I'll tell you. It's the Solitaire 8th Army, 8th Air Force, and 20th Air Force. That particular one.
I'll be interested to see that.
If you guys would like to try it, we can make that happen. I have it on Tabletop Simulator, he says.
Wolfpack. Oh.
He's looking for play testers, honestly, which I appreciate, Mike. If you can get more people to play it, instead of just a usual test group, Mitch talked about that on there. That and I think we'll end up.
Well,
I'll be adding that to Jester's rant coming up here.
So we also, one of the things that we haven't done, and I kind of feel bad, is Jay has spent a lot of time, trouble, and effort creating some logos for our war room.
Why?
And I keep telling him that we need to talk about this as a group and decide what we like, what we're looking for a logo, and make a decision on that. So by next episode, we're going to do that. Rob and Tony, or
okay.
If you're not going to participate, I will make a decision. So
yeah, thank you, Jay. But Dan's turned up and he's just insulted me. Yeah.
Who's the old guy with the glasses?
You must be talking about me. You can't be talking about you, Jester.
We want to ask, I'm glad he showed up because we have a little beef, a little rant to talk about. No enemies here.
Alone.
Right? Where the hell is Tony's video this week? Where the hell? I mean, we have to. I think he does this on purpose. Like he watched the video and then you're like, wait a minute, I don't remember seeing Tony. So you watch it again. This way you can get more views. He's a scammer. He's a scammer. That's his problem. He's a scammer. And so I want to know where the hell Tony's video was this week. Is he been banned because he did a sports video? What's going on now?
Leave Dan alone. You frightened him off.
Tony.
Tony. Yeah, that's the attitude. You remember Tony used to get #1 spot in there whenever he did the people's YouTube channel updates. Tony used to be #1. So something happened. Tony,
I think I made him mad because I made too many videos.
I think he's been a little upset with Tony, and now he's not even posting all the good content you've been doing. I mean,
too many videos. I've been bored at home, so that's what I do. I just video now. Yeah. Although that'll be ending soon. I get to go back to online teaching here on
I
Monday.
mean, why even put out videos if he's not going to highlight you? He doesn't even bother to highlight me anymore. Now I was sending him videos, and that's my fault because I haven't sent him a video in a couple weeks because
You'll be doing cool stuff,
which I won't talk about, but issues. So I haven't sent him one. I'm hoping to get him one this week, and hopefully he'll post it. I don't even know. Maybe I've been banned on his list too. Who knows? I mean, he was supposed to be our special guest a couple weeks ago, but he's too big time for us now and couldn't make the show.
it's huge.
Yeah. So unless you pay him $1,000, you can't even get on his show anymore. So it's a damn shame. It's a damn shame.
Hold on, I'll just go on. I'm just going to get things ready because I know what's coming up next.
What's coming up next?
Well, I'm getting it ready. So it'll take a couple of secs. But yeah, here we go. Just when you go on your thing.
Yeah. Call my people and we'll set up a lunch. Right.
That I'm getting that ready.
You getting that ready?
Yeah, I'm getting that
ready.
Yeah, I'm getting it ready. Yeah.
All right. Good to hear.
Telling me I'm not prepared. Get out of here. Right.
Who said you weren't prepared?
You said I wasn't. Oh, childish, but I love it.
Y'all been waiting on this, so do you want to talk about it? Should we do it now, or do you want to?
I need a top up.
Okay, hang on. We got a top off here. Y'all been waiting on it. If y'all came to my channel sometime in the last day or so, then you probably know what we're going to be talking about, right? If you are out of the loop, right, I will give you a 30-second synopsis of what's going on. DVG put out a game, Kickstarter. They messed it up to hell. I've been in contact with their customer support for 3 months, emailing them back and forth. And their final answer on what they're going to do to try and fix this problem is to have the customers pay for replacement cards shipped out to them. That's kind of their final answer on what they're going to do. And the reason it's taken them 3 months is because there is literally, and we're talking about the Kickstarters between Fleet Commander Nimitz, what's it called? Thunderbolt Apache Leader and Tiger Leader, the new edition that was just released, Kickstarter. I don't know if it's second edition or whatever. But there is literally 8 to 10 pages of errata for each one of those games. Each one of those games. I have recorded video of me trying to call their office and no one answering the phone. I have emailed, I have their responses, and we go through it step by step by step. Here's what I'm going to tell you guys, and I am not even going to rant about this as much as you guys think I'm going to, because I'm at the point now where my job as a YouTube content creator is to give you the information to make wise decisions and wise choices for yourself. It's not me to tell you what's good and what's bad, right? My job is to tell you, hey, if you go to do something and you order from company A or you order from company B, be prepared because this is what you can expect. All right? My question is, when the hell did common sense for people go out of style? Why does nobody have common sense anymore? I made a comment about 15, 20 minutes ago when we were talking, and a lot of it went over a lot of people's heads. But I think Rough Swordsman and Tony knew exactly what I was talking about when I said, if you order a game, all right, I'm just going to give you a hypothetical situation. Tony buys a game from me, and I ship him the game. Except for, you know what? I don't include the maps, or I don't include the counters, or I don't include the rule book, or I don't include something in that. And I ship it to Tony. And Tony then says to me, hey, I got the game, but you didn't ship everything that you said you were going to ship to me. And I tell Tony, oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I've got the map here. It's on my desk. I'll be more than happy to ship that to you, but you're going to have to pay for shipping. Is that acceptable now in society? If this is acceptable, I am literally going to make $1 million off you guys when I go through and sell some of my board games. Because what I'm going to do is just ship you half the game and then tell you, sorry, you're going to have to pay for the rest of it. Because that is exactly what DVD has done. DVG has created a problem, and their solution to the answer is for the customer to pay for it. If you order something from Amazon and they deliver you the wrong package, and then you call them up and say, hey, I ordered Stalingrad 42 and you shipped me a comic book. Can you send me the right thing? Because I've already paid for it. And Amazon says, we sent you the wrong thing, but to get your game, you're going to have to pay for the shipping. Is that where the common sense of people are nowadays? Is that acceptable? Because if that's acceptable, then society is really going downhill. It should not be acceptable to anyone out there.
I'm not disagreeing at all.
I'm sorry.
If their answer to fix the problem is, oh, sorry, we messed up, but to get your replacement stuff, you're going to have to pay for it. If anyone out there, orders that from their Kickstarters, that is on you because you're an idiot. Because you are help supporting their ineptitude.
Ineptitude.
Thank you. It should not be acceptable for anybody out there that DVG is making customers pay for shipping. And they make it sound, here's the kicker. They make it sound like it's a deal for you. And in the email that they sent me, they say, and all you have to do, we're going to send you the replacements, and all you have to do is pay for the shipping. That makes it sound like, oh, yay, what a great deal. No, people, it is not a great deal. You are getting screwed over. How simple can I make this for you idiots out there? If you pre-order their replacement counters and pay for shipping, you are an idiot. You would not do this with anybody else. You would not do it if you bought something from somebody else. You wouldn't do it if you bought it from Amazon. You wouldn't do it if you paid it from anybody else. Why is it acceptable for DVG to do it? And to kick it all off, we talked about this earlier, GMT messed up their game. They basically produced an inadequate product. What did they do? Within 3 days, they made a decision what they were going to do. They announced their decision what they were going to do, and they are going to free ship replacements to everyone out there.
That's the second time they've done that. Remember, they had issues with several-ish games. I have 2 of the 3 games, and they're sending those out as well to fix the games that they did.
Yeah. So if GMT says, oh man, I messed this up, crap, we need to fix this, and they send out free replacement counters or free maps or whatever they messed up, that shows me that they understand what and how they should be taking care of their customers. When DMG emails and posts things and says, by the way, we've got 8 pages of errata for our 3 games that we produced, and you can kickstart another game and get the replacement counters as part of the package, and all you have to do is pay for shipping. If you are stupid enough to listen to that, then I've got some more games I'm going to be selling in January. I want you to come email me and talk to me about those, because I will do the exact same thing they did to you. If you can't understand this, as simple as I can make it, when you buy something from a company, it's their job, not your job. It is their job to make sure that they give you what you ask for. If they can't do it, then you should not be spending money on them anymore. And if they tell you their answer is, by the way, we'll reproduce everything, but you're going to have to pay for the shipping on it, that's on them. And if you're dumb enough to fall for that, then you are just wasting your money. And I've got some more games for sale. Go ahead, Ruff.
Thank you. I'm going to play devil's advocate here. John made a point. I've not seen anything else mentioned about, and it's the backs of the cards basically you're talking about, aren't you? And I've seen the pictures, and it's yeah. But I've not seen anybody else or a big backlash, as John says, about this anywhere, unless it's on BGG. Does anybody else know? You know,
I've been talking about it for 2 weeks. I've got an email into them where the lady says to me in details that, yes, we realize the backs are different. We're looking into what happened and we're going to come up with a solution. The next email from her says that she's notified her boss about the issue and we're hoping to get something done about this. So if they don't know that the backs on their counters are on the back on their cards are all messed up, then they're got their head in the sand, because we've been talking about this for 2 months. I've emailed them 10 times on this. I sent pictures to them. There should be no excuse that they don't know this.
No, yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm surprised there hasn't been a huge backlash. Must be on BGG.
Here's what I think. I don't think a lot of people bought that $300 package like I did, where you bought all the expansions and all the original games. I'm just assuming a lot of people didn't buy that, because unless you got the $300 package, you're not going to see the difference. If you order just the base game, you're not going to know if the card backs are different than the expansions. I don't know.
No, I don't know. I'm just it's they were, and I'm colorblind, and most things I can get away with, but those even I couldn't. You know, when one's grey and one's green.
And it wasn't like it was a whole bunch of cards. It was like 2 or 3 cards per. You know, if it was a whole bunch of cards, it's still not great, and I'm not gonna say that it's the best. But if it's a bunch of cards, then you may not know. Like if they're half the cards, if they're adding half the number in there.
Yeah, you don't know which one you're gonna get. Yeah.
Yeah, but when you know,
I don't know why there's a difference. All I know is there's a difference. They know there's a difference, and they don't care that it's different. That's part of the problem. They just don't care that the backs are different. And even if their customers say, hey, what they care about, and I'm telling you this, what they care about is they went to a cheaper printer in China, and it saved them a boatload of money. And they made all that savings and then put it in the bank for themselves, because we didn't get a discount on the Kickstarter. You did not get a discount on the Kickstarter at all. It wasn't like, oh, hey, guess what, guys? We're gonna get we got a printing deal in China, and so instead of $300, it's only going to cost you $290 now, or whatever discount they got. So they made a savings because they changed printers and they got a better deal in China, and then they didn't get the right stuff from China. Now, that's on them. It's their job. If I am in business, right? If I'm in business and I supply a service to you or I sell you something, you expect what you expect to get. You shouldn't get whatever the hell I decide to send you. You know, if I sell you a Tank Duel game, right? If I go, hey, I got Tank Duel for sale, and it comes with like one board and a couple cards, aren't you going to be like, wait a minute now, you said you were selling me Tank Duel? Well, yeah, that's part of Tank Duel. I was selling you part of Tank Duel. When you buy something as a customer, and this is, I should not have to explain this because most people understand this, is if I buy something as a customer, whether I buy it from Tony or I buy it from Ruff, or I buy it from Amazon, or I buy it from DVG, when I buy something, I expect something that is what was told to me that I am buying. And when it comes differently, I should not have to pay to get the replacements. That is what they call the old bait and switch, where companies specifically cause an issue or a problem, and then they sell you a solution. That is a bait and switch, where they say, oh, you wanted this compressor for your refrigerator. Well, we got that on order, but you're going to need the cable that goes between the compressor and the refrigerator, and then you're going to have to pay for that as well, because they're going to give you another solution to the problem. That is business sensely. That is almost illegal to do that. Call the Better Business Bureau and ask them about this. They cannot do that. And to make the customers try to pay to fix the problem that they created is a problem all the way around. And if you don't see this, then you guys are part of the issue. Because people will just say, oh, wow, hey, I can get my replacement counters and it's only going to cost me shipping. What a great deal. You've already paid for this. You've already paid for the game. You already paid for shipping. I paid $300 for the 3 games, and I paid $50 for shipping. I've already paid for all this. And now they're telling me, oh, you can get all the replacement stuffs if you pay for shipping.
Mike says it as well, and yes, they changed printers, didn't they? And if I was a game publishing company and I found a cheaper printer, I'd go, oh, great, we'll use those next time, but we'll carry on with this printer until they've done the run of this game, so we know all the colors are going to be the same, because you know when you change printers, you're going to get variation. So I'm surprised they didn't finish printing off the expansions and the game with that printer, get it out of the way, and then go to the cheaper printer. Then you wouldn't have had that problem.
Here's what I think happened. Go ahead, Tony. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I've been keeping my mouth shut, and the problem is correct on the printer. We've already kind of established that it is the publisher's responsibility, that if the printer screws up, it's the publisher's fault. But my issue is the fact that why is there so much errata coming out of DVG nowadays? That's my problem. And it's not coming off of David Thompson's games, if you guys notice that. It's not off of Castle Itter. It's not off of It's not off the Stealth and Sea. So what's the difference? Who's designing these leader games, which I'm assuming it's Dan Verson or his family, Kevin, but who's test playing these games? Are they the only ones test playing it? And I think Mike, he said it. I said, oh, Mike's trying to get more play testers. And he said, yep, because the more people you have play it, the more problems you find. And don't get me wrong, and I probably understand that playtesting is very hard, and getting good playtesters is even harder. But why all of a sudden are we getting 9 pages of errata out of a second edition game? Because I was like, oh, I get Jester's point, and yeah, it sucks, and I'm like, yeah. It doesn't bother me that much. I didn't get the expansions. I'm not going to. But then I started going, well, wait a minute. I'm seeing tons of errata out of this. There is another war game company that has had issues with this, and I'm very questionable about, depending on what they have, is, do I want to actually purchase from them? Because a lot of their games come up with a shit ton of errata. And I have trouble learning a game in the first place, when the rules are wrong. So, and that's, to me, that's a problem. If you are having that much errata after less than several months of releasing a game, obviously your focus isn't in the right place, because DVG used to have no problems. There's not much. If you look at their older games, the Leader series from previously, and I think this kind of all started with Tiger Leader, because they actually had to restructure all of Tiger Leader. And it seems to happen after that point. It seems like somebody they have too many yes men around them. Oh, DVG, this is great. DVG, yeah, no problem. This is good. And they're not getting good constructive feedback, or they're not asking for it. I don't know. In the games I have, I'm going to play. I've got 2 more Kickstarters that I've already purchased and I'll be getting. I have the expansions for the Leader series for that. Now, those shouldn't be a problem, because they're just, I think, pilots and some campaigns and maybe a few targets. So that shouldn't be a problem, but I will be very curious when I get those. And the other one is the Zero Leader, which is just the base game. But I'm worried about getting Zero Leader and then having a crap ton of errata to worry about. Now, I do know it was designed by somebody
Chuck, wasn't it? Chuck Searett or something.
Yeah.
But I was just going to say, in those emails that Jester got, they put some PDFs for the errata, and there's even errata for Tiger Leader and Sherman Leader fronts of the cards, tons of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's like 8 to 10 pages on all 3 games.
That tends to happen, and I can't understand that.
That's why I started this whole thing about where has people's values gone? If I own DVG and we put crap out like that, I would be embarrassed. I would not. People don't seem like they care about their craft anymore. People don't seem like they put the effort and time into it. If I owned a game company and I produced games and I had to reproduce every half of the game because it was all messed up, I would feel embarrassed. I wouldn't be able to put up with it. I would be firing people left and right to try and fix the problem because somebody screwed up. Somebody's made major issues. It's an embarrassment. DVG is an embarrassment to the game company.
And Steel Stone has it right there. He agrees with me, and he just said what you did. If you can't get a rule right the second time around, you kind of, it seems like they're more worried about putting more games out instead of better quality games, in my opinion.
And here's the thing. Since my Kickstarter, they've put out 2 other Kickstarters, so they've had plenty of time to fix things, to figure out what the hell to do. They've put out 2 other Kickstarters so they can put all their time and effort into getting the next Kickstarter up and running, getting all the promotional materials, getting all the screenshots and the information, and that takes a lot of time, trouble, and effort. They put all their time, trouble, and effort into that, and then when my game comes due, they say, "Oh well, yeah, it was pretty bad, and we're gonna be producing a lot of fixes for it, and if you jump in on one of our Kickstarters, you can get it for free as long as you pay for the shipping." But what about the people that don't watch this video or don't see it and they order something from Noble Knight or whatever a year from now and they get the cards and they don't match, and then they have to order them from the company's website, and they got to pay for shipping and brand new cards. It's just, DVG should be ashamed of the stuff that they've done. It is horrible, the quality control that they have in their games right now is terrible, absolutely terrible. And if you're producing stuff like that and you don't feel any shame, then I don't want to have anything to do with your company. I'm not gonna kickstart any of your things hoping that things are gonna get better, because it never gets better. Trust me, it never does.
But
and I can tell you an example. And we had so Lock and Load used to have huge issues in the past when the original owner, I think it was Mark Walker or whatever, was there, and then David came in and he flipped that company around. I will gladly put money down on Lock and Load anytime, because I know what I'm getting, and I know they're going to keep. I know what they're looking for, especially after having him on. I have so much respect for him.
He's a genuine person.
Well, here's the thing. Lock and Load has a weekly or bi-weekly show where they come on, the owner of the company comes on and answers any of your questions. He's not there hiding. He's not there pretending. He's there answering people's questions, talking about the upcoming games, telling you everything that you need to know as a customer. I don't see DVG doing anything. Nothing. Zero. So,
I mean, Lock and Load give you everything for free apart from their games. And, the rules, updates, the live streams, question and answers, everything apart from actually just giving their games away.
They almost do that. At least they have starter kits to give.
Actually had their last Christmas live stream. They were giving away gifts to people that were there in the live stream.
Yeah,
giving away games, saying, pulling random names on the hat or whatever they were doing and giving games away to customers. You see that. You see them running live streams every other week or every week and talking about what's coming up, the issues they've run into, where things are, how much things are going to cost, blah, 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 and designing and developing and everything right from the owner's mouth. I can trust a company like that. And but when DVG is hiding in the shadows and they didn't even notify anyone about this issue, because I don't think they want to make it public. They don't want my voice to be heard by anybody else out there, because if they have 1,000 people emailing them and saying, "Hey, what the hell is going on with my backs of my cards?" they're going to have to do something about it, right? But if they only have one dude doing it, then they don't care. It's all about.
I am surprised. And it was something I was going to contact them and say, why don't you do live streams? And if you want, I'll come on and we'll have a little chit chat, a bit of a laugh and a joke. Before we were doing this, because they didn't do anything like that. And I said, let's do. I was going to contact them, but I never did. But I am surprised. because I had a good relationship with them. Not anymore. I'm guilty by association, but you know.
I'm sure you've been blackballed. I'm sure I've been blackballed. Tony, you've been blackballed too. But you know what? At this point, I don't really care. You know what? It's my job as a YouTube creator to let people know. Here's the issue. If you want to order DVG, that's on you. But I'm telling you, don't come crying to me when you have a problem. I've got 40 people's comments on my video saying this ain't right. This is bullshit. When you made it, make it very clear as a customer, I shouldn't have to pay for your fix. If you can't produce it correctly, I'm not paying for shipping to get it correct. I've already paid for shipping once, and I already overpaid for that as well. I paid $50 to have them ship that to me. I don't know if they shipped it from Argentina or where the hell they were shipping it from, but $50 was a lot of money for shipping some games. So now they want me to pay for shipping again to fix their problem. That ain't going to happen. I will literally take the games out back and set them on fire before I spend another $10 for $20 on shipping. I don't care at this point. I don't care. And if you all think I'm crazy out there, I've got some DVG games for sale. Contact me at ID Jester Live, and I'm going to ship you half a game and tell you if you want the rest of the game, it's going to cost you. And we'll see how you feel about it then. Okay, bud? So idjesterlive@gmail.com. I've got Tiger Leader, I've got Thunderbolt Apache Leader, and I've got Field Commander Nimitz. Great deal. $100 a piece. Send me an email. I'm sending you half a game, and then we'll see how you feel about getting the rest of your money. About getting the rest of your game. And if Dan Version, if he hears about this and he wants to come on, I'll be more than willing to talk to him. I would love to talk with Dan. So if somebody out there knows Dan Version, you tell him to get in touch with me, idjesterlive@gmail.com. We can have a discussion. We will schedule a time. Trust me on that. And I will call out him. I will call out all of his quality control people. I will call out his customers. I will call out his whole company. If Dan Version, the email that they sent out said Dan Version has been on BGG checking to make sure he's got everything right for the replacements. Did he not hear about my issues? Is he overlooking that? Is my issue not important? Somebody at the company, because she said in her email to me, I have notified my boss of this issue. So she either lied to me or somebody else in the company knows about it. And they've seen the pictures. I'm sure they've seen the pictures. I sent them 20 pictures of what they look like. So they couldn't just, say, well, we didn't know what you were talking about.
And when I got into the solo gaming, when it came to solo war games, DVG was really the only company out there. But now there are so many good solo games out there that are not. There's small publishers. White Dog Publishing has a lot. Hollenspiel has a lot. I have several of their games. If you notice, one of their games is on my top 10 that I want to play, which is White Dog Games. And so that's not just the only one. Yeah, it's, it is what it is. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna be buying and supporting them until I hear they're not going there. Mad Dog, you were right, by the way. The one company I was talking about was Compass Games with the CSS series, where you basically had to buy the next game to get the fixed counters. Which has keeping me away from actually getting into that.
Yeah. Same here. Yeah.
I want to, because what is it? Nathan Wise Guy Gamer really played it.
It's kind of a turnoff, isn't it? When you go, oh, I can't buy this game because it's not produced right.
Yeah.
It's kind of a turnoff.
Yeah. And, there's enough really good publishers out there. You don't have to do that. So, DAC 2, by the way, Chris, we're not video. Me and Kevin aren't video that. We're playing that. Honestly, videoing OCS, unless you're soloing, is really boring. If you're actually playing with somebody, it's really boring because it's a whole bunch of I go, you go. So there's a lot of waiting. There's a lot of downtime. But if you're soloing it, it's great because you get to play both sides. But if you're not, and I'll be doing some solo, that's what I'm going to be doing, Enemy of the Gates. So, but I'm getting tired of the lack of quality control in some of these game companies, and just seeing the large amounts of errata coming out of some of these companies. I almost, I'm keeping with the companies that I really know and that have really done well, and that I'm going to give them my money. And I spend enough.
That's the thing, right? Companies will continue to do this until customers stop giving them money.
Until the peasant
if DVG can kickstart a game and get their Kickstarter and their goals because people keep buying their games, then they don't give a shit whether or not. Where's the beeper? They don't give a shit whether or not.
Wait a minute. It just
whether or not their customers are happy or not, because why would they care? Why? If I could get away with half-ass crap and then sell everyone another half-ass bunch of crap, I could keep doing that and making big time money, or I could put out a quality component. I could put out a quality game that makes my customers happy, but I make a little bit of a profit. Which one do you think they're going to do? They don't care. They're going to keep putting out shoddy, inadequate games if it's going to make them more money, because obviously putting out a little bit of errata and making people pay for the shipping is way more efficient than putting out a quality game to begin with.
I definitely, if the only way I would is if it's a David Thompson design.
Yeah, why is there no problems with David's games?
Because he has his play tested. And that's where the issue is. It's the play testing. He's not making expansions for games. He's not trying to build on. He goes through. He has his team. He has his games play tested. He has his rules edited perfectly, and so he takes that extra step.
And also, if there are problems, he's bang on BGG.
Yes,
answering questions. Yeah.
But the problem is the Leader series was developed by Dan and his
when he was at GMT.
Yeah.
GMT. That's how long ago it was, yeah.
Yeah. So he's designed these. So I'm afraid that, and I don't know this and I don't know the situation, but because I'm afraid he's trying to do a one size fits all model and trying to make everything fit into one type of a game when it just doesn't work. Yeah. I see that happening with a lot of series games sometimes. Sometimes it just doesn't work.
Well, there's an old video. Well, I say I know it's not that old. Gimpy put out a video, a jokey video about the Leader series, which about sums up what you're all saying. So if you haven't seen that, go and check out. Look through the videos of Gimpy.
Oh, I have to check that out.
It's quite funny. It's really funny.
I just think, somebody there at DVD doesn't care about their games at all, because, like you said, Tony, if we've got to produce 8 pages of errata for a game that only has an 8-page rule book, that's the problem. That is a big problem. And I'm serious. I would be embarrassed as an owner to do that. I mean, where's people's self-respect going nowadays? Does nobody care anymore? Is it all about the bottom line?
Well, you can tell the designers that do care. That's just flat out. You can tell the designers that do care what they put out. And it's no secret in the wargaming community that Adam Starkweather just doesn't care. He's the one that did the CSS, the GTS series, which is why MMP got away from him. He basically wanted to put a game to play test in a box. And I just, and I'm kind of glad MMP got away from it, but they have to fix all that GTS stuff, and they've done it. They fixed it because it's a decent system now. But, when I know several designers, and we've had Mitch on. Mitch and his developer, Ralph, are always supporting. You have a question, half the time, he can't even get to it before somebody else answers it, but that's because he's probably answered it in the past. I actually asked him how he deals with some of these questions. He says beer, because the questions are just, I mean, if you go on the Concept World forums, you're like, are you seriously asking this question? I'm like, I'm embarrassed that you are asking this question.
And been answered 10 times, yeah.
Yeah. See you later, Hex. And I go after those games. I put videos up of Dawn of the Zeds, which was a Herman Lutman game. And Alan Emmerich, who owned, I think he owned VPG Games before he sold it, Victory Point Games before he sold it. He actually made a comment that I made a few rules mistakes. But he made a comment at the end that I really liked. He's like, even if you bend the rules, the system still works because I lost. But I didn't quite do something right, but the system still worked. And that's a sign of a good game. When you can't break a game, even if you mess up a rule, it is what it is. And I know that actually is more complex than I thought it was going to be. And as you go up in the levels, it gets even more complex. There's a lot more to it. And I don't know. I just, I hate seeing companies produce bad products. Before I was a teacher, I worked in the financial industry. I worked with businesses, small businesses, and you could always tell the owners that cared about their company, cared about what they did. And, when something was wrong, we were able to help. And, you could tell and I just see this going as, oh, we can put this out. Oh, we can put this out. Oh, we can put this out. And that's what I'm seeing, instead of, okay, let's scale back. Hold on. Let's make sure this works before we put it out, and maybe get some more play testers to do their stuff. And that's where I think, they're the publisher, and I don't think they, like, the designers that submit games to them, like and Kev had Dave Thompson on. He actually submits all that stuff. He actually goes through, he writes his own rules, because Kev asked that question. He writes his own rules. He hates it. But then he has other people reading it. He has so many people playing it, play testing it over and over and over again. And so
because it comes back on him if it's all wrong, doesn't it?
Yeah. And you're not seeing, and the reason why you're not seeing a designer suffer for this is because it's not a designer. The designer is the company, is the owner company. Now, if it was David Thompson, he would be like, okay, we need to get this fit. I have a feeling like he would be like, no.
It's my name, my reputation on the line.
Yeah, that's what we need more of. We need people to be held responsible for things, good or bad. I mean, anyways, yep, that's the update about DVG, and y'all make your own decisions on what you want to do. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying, here's the issues. If that's acceptable for you, then you go do what you want to do. But it's not acceptable to me. It shouldn't be acceptable to anyone out there. And we're gonna wrap things up a little bit early today because Tony's got to get some pizza for his daughter, so he's being a nice father today. So yeah. So anyways,
and kind of the last thought on that is when the games are good and the company produces good games, they're going to continue to do that, and things are going to continue to grow. And then at one point, unfortunately, business get too big for their britches, I think, and they get too high on the horse, and and it drops. The quality drops. You see it all the time. You really do. Once they get too big, once a company gets too big, it's sad sometimes. Sometimes small companies need to stay small or smaller. I don't want to not expand growth, but sometimes
think big, you know.
Okay. So, but
yeah, right.
Well, I know they've lost me as a customer, and I know that I'm going to be telling every single person I know about this. And so hopefully they'll lose some more sales, and that'll make me happy. That will make me happy because that'll be my revenge on them. Because
let's hope they sort it out.
I'm not going to support a company that's like that. So you all can do whatever you want. I'm not going to do it. So, and hopefully I can convince a lot of other people out there not to waste their money because you're going to be in the same boat as us, as me eventually. And then you'll be wishing you hadn't bought it. So the problem is
it's coming soon enough, Grey Wolf.
The problem is they have something that people want. They've got a game. They've got Zero Liter or whatever it is. They've got it. So if you can either not get it and then miss out, or you can buy it and put up with it. And most people are just going to say, screw it, I'll just buy it and put up with it. But for me, I'm not doing that. So Mad Dog, thanks for coming by, man.
Yep.
Anything else, guys? What's going on?
Tony's going to be doing OCS. You better make it interesting because I've got. I want to, you've got to convince me. I want to have a go at it. Try and get one, but they're so expensive, aren't they?
Yeah, I get it, but usually there's more than like one or two scenarios.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
which is great. You can get more play time out of it, and you can knock it out. Like most of the smaller scenarios are on like 2 or 3 turns. You can knock it out in a couple of hours if you're just going through it and playing it, which is really nice. And you can get a good feel to the game when you do that as well.
So why do you like it so much? Is it because it's not tactical, of course, it's operational, but why do you love it so much? Is it the supply part of it? Is it paying for everything?
It's the logistics. It's the fact that I can't create a monster stack and run it across the board and taking out everything. If you don't have the supply in the right spot, you can't attack.
You have to pay for everything, don't you? Moving and everything. Attacking,
yeah. You have to definitely plan it. You have to figure out the best way to go about it. It's just not you can run across the map. It doesn't let you do everything you want to do. You can't throw artillery in because artillery costs money, and that's one of the niggles of the system or the downside of the system. You don't have enough supply to use artillery like it was traditionally used. Now they actually have. In the 4.3 rules, they've adjusted that, and you can have supply caches, and those can be used strictly for artillery. See you, Dan. I have not played. So they've actually kind of tweaked it a little bit. I have not played the Eastern Front series, honestly, Chris. So I don't know. But watching Kev play it, I think OCS is a little bit more intuitive once you get through. It seems daunting because the rule book's like 40-some pages long. But a lot of it, if you know the standards of wargaming, movement factors, it's not that hard. There's 2 modes. There's move mode. There's combat mode. And obviously in move mode, you don't have the high combat factors, but you can move farther. It's the combat. The nice thing about combat is if you're off a little bit, the CRT is forgiving on that case. If you're off a column, most likely you're not going to cause much of an issue. Right. It's kind of nice in that. So when you're looking at the CTR, you're like, okay, well, it's this and this, and then if you don't quite have the odds right or something, it doesn't affect it that much. You
don't get an abysmal result either way. The other thing is you're saying you're planning ahead.
Yeah.
You're planning your moves ahead. So solo-wise,
honestly, it plays really well solo because you can try to plan ahead, but then so usually what I do is I usually play a turn and do everything, and then I step away from the game.
I forget what's going on.
Yeah, it's not that hard. And then when I come back and I look at it, I'm like going, oh, I can do this. Ooh, I can do that. But I don't have enough supply to do this. So because you have to worry about the supply, just because you want to do something doesn't mean you can. So playing it solo, you're like, okay, what is my priority and what do I need to do there?
So I know that I've got to push through that way, and my other half of my brain is going, no, I've got to try and stop this and nip round the corner.
Yeah, and there's always, and the thing is, there's always an attacker and a defender, always.
Oh, right. So,
so it's not like you both are going after something. No, somebody is defending and somebody's attacking.
And that makes that easy for solo. Yeah.
Yes, makes it very easy to solo
because
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what makes it fun too, because you're like, okay, I'm going to set up the defense here, 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 and here, and then it's just reacting to what the attacker's doing. So when you're attacking, you're like, okay, I'm going to try attack here, here, and here, and there's just enough randomness to it because you can get what's called attack surprise or defender surprise.
Like
so you roll a dice, and if a defender supply, and you have to call it. So once you start attacking, you can't say, no, I don't want to after you roll. Okay. No. So once you roll for the surprise, if it's a defender surprise, the columns, the CTR can move as much as 6 columns to the left.
Shit.
Depending on what die roll you make. So you could be like, 6-1, 13-1, whatever. And you're like, okay, this is awesome. And then you roll a surprise die, and the defender gets surprised, and it goes 6 to the left. And depending on the numbers and where you're at and stuff like that, it could go to 1-1. And 1-1 in OCS is not good.
Oh, good. So you have to rethink
1-1. It will attack you.
That sounds good to me as a solo player. That the other side is the defender, and you're trying to fulfill the objectives, but you get a wrong die roll, and it all goes pear-shaped, and you have to rethink your strategies again.
When I play with Kev, I've been notoriously known to roll the defender when I'm attacking the defender at surprise, and usually 4, 5, or 6 columns. That's just the way I roll die. I was playing Yahtzee, and I think I just used up all my die roll because I was playing Yahtzee with my wife and my 2 sons, and I won. And I think I rolled up all my good die rolls.
Thanks, Tony. I'll be on the lookout for that now.
Yeah. So that's why when I solo, I don't have to worry about bad die rolls because I'm usually rolling bad for both sides.
Like me.
So.
All right, well, guys, thank you all for joining us tonight. We do appreciate it. Hopefully next week we'll get a nice episode in. We'll get to talk lots of good stuff. We'll have some more subjects. We'll have some more discussions, hopefully better discussions, but we'll see. And we'll go from there. So, So happy New Year to everyone out there.
Happy New Year,
everybody.
Hope everyone had a good 2020 and better 2021. And you got a chance to look at what might be coming on our channels, depending on Whether or not we can actually do it or not, that's a different story.
I'm kind of interested. I can't wait to see what we get done. I really can't.
It'll be interesting to see. Well, thank you guys for coming on by. We appreciate everyone. Until next week, everyone
Thanks,
have a safe week.
Yeah, thank you.
And we'll see you all next time.
See you next time.